Topping this week's cattle industry news, if you're a cow-calf producer, are you holding back more heifers this year to add to your cow herd? Right now, it seems fewer producers are doing so. Back in July, the USDA reported the U.S. beef breeding herd stood at 31.7 million head. That's down from a year ago. And as Brian Baxter reports, the shrinking cow herd was a hot topic at this year's Cattle Industry Summer Conference.
I think the biggest challenge that we've got is that we have the lowest cow numbers in 50 years. And the last report was down about another 1.8%. Now that carries right on through to the calves. Then we have the lowest calf crop in 50 years. Right now the feedlots are overbuilt about 25 to 30% in capacity compared to what's available to feed. The packing plants are overbuilt 25 to 30%. Coming from the feed yards. And so we've got all this excess capacity and the cow numbers continue to go down.
Why are U.S. cow numbers falling? No one knows for sure, since every operation has their own reasons for making the decision to either expand their herd or cut back on cows.
You know, I'm concerned about it probably for some of the underlying reasons that are other than economic. Meaning that, you know, we've got a lot of folks that are just plumb give up. You know, and that vacuum's not being filled. And you don't just, our cycle takes 3 years. So if we were to start today herd building, we're 3 years from really increasing our production. And you don't just go out and make cows.
The discussion about the shrinking cow herd has been something that we've talked about for all the years that I've worked for NCBA. But it's been kind of interesting lately as we've seen, you know, very solid profitability, not only at the cow-calf level, which we've had for many years, but at the feedlot level now, they're profitable again in 2010. At the processing level, everybody up and down the chain. And so people are beginning to have some discussions about, hey, we need to kind of turn our head around the other direction and think about the future a little bit.
So far this year, most areas of the country have had good grazing conditions available, and cow-calf producers have generally had profit opportunities, factors that normally encourage herd expansion. On the other hand, the outlook for the economy is cloudy, and there are concerns about additional government regulation on cattle producers.
Certainly that is a concern, and we look for it and had a nice discussion yesterday here at the summer conference about opportunities to encourage young people and providing the tools necessary to for them to be profitable and to stay within the business. I think I'm going to compliment the NCBA for working on the regulatory front and helping ensure that we have a kind of environment where we can prosper and help expand our herds and continue to provide a great product for consumers around the world.
With U.S. beef exports rising and profit opportunities continuing, most cattlemen say higher U.S. cow numbers will follow. But many note that the real key to growing the industry is making it possible for young producers to stay in the business.
I think our future revolves around our capacity or capability for our youth to stay engaged and have an opportunity to be in production. Probably the one and most important thing we can do is to continue to develop leadership within our youth and interest to stay involved in the industry. I'm very fortunate. I have a son who is my partner, but I know a lot of folks whose kids have left the ranch or the farm. We've got to stop that trend.
What I'm really encouraged about is the NCBA Young Producers Council. You see some younger guys in this industry that are very progressive, very active in NCBA, and they're taking a very serious look about the future and growing this business.
In Denver, I'm Brian Baxter reporting for NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
No doubt, it does take a leap of faith to grow your cow herd or to make a commitment as a young person to stay in the beef cattle industry.